As previously mentioned, we were pumped here at Live to Ride Media to receive an invite to the Australian launch of the Yamaha YZF-R9 recently, as we love testing sports bikes just as much as the cruisers and classics. And now that Clint's taken the new triple through the paces at Sydney Motorsport Park, and we've heard what the Yamaha representatives have had to say, along with a couple of the female riders out there, it's time to include the road test, which is something I've been looking forward to with extreme excitement. So it seems this bike has been in the making for nearly 5 years now, which is why it's no surprise that the anticipation from passionate sports bike riders has been extreme following its recent launch. Now, it was back in 2014 when we first saw Yamaha's FZ-09 naked bike released, which was an immediate hit from the day it was unveiled. Much of its popularity came from the 3-cylinder 847cc CP3 platform, which not only had copious amounts of usable grunt, it also sounded intoxicating, with many considering the CP3 one of the best engines produced in terms of performance and character. So from there, it was a no-brainer for Yamaha to transplant the flexible CP3 across to other platforms, including the XSR 900 and the Tracer 9, formerly the Tracer 900 Sport Tourer. And now, more than a decade after the CP3 first debuted, the 2025 YZF-R9 is the 4th model to feature the motor and may well be the best application yet. It makes sense too, as it was only a matter of time before Yamaha turned its MT-09 into a sports bike. Granted, we've had to wait almost 12 years, but now that the YZF-R9 has come to production, it seems the wait has been well worth it. With the R6 and R1 now only sold as track-ready race or GYTR models, the R9 is Yamaha's only large capacity road-going supersports offering. Powered by the same 890cc liquid-cooled inline 3-cylinder engine as the 2024 MT-09, it churns out an impressive 117 brake horsepower, which is only 2 shy of Honda's CBR 600RR and also 1 more than the last generation R6 before it was axed back in 2021. The power delivery and throttle response are both more direct on the R9 too, due to the revised ignition timing, the mapping, and of course the longer gearing, which all equates to smooth acceleration along with great mid-range power. Top speed has also been increased by 15%. And by utilising the already proven MT-09 engine, it gave the engineers more time to work on the chassis, which is what makes the R9 such a razor-sharp sports bike. With the all-new aluminium twin spar frame, which is 10% lighter than the MTs and stiffer in key areas for better braking and cornering performance, it helps the R9 handle like it's on rails. And as it tips the scales at just 194 kilos, fully fueled and ready to go, it's very easy to throw around and change its direction in the blink of an eye with next to no effort. Now, suspension is another key feature on the R9, with the new KYB forks featuring separate rebound and compression, low and high speed damping in each leg, along with the rear shock, which is fully adjustable by the handy remote preload knob at the side. And braking performance, as you'd expect, is right up there too, with the Brembo Stellemas, which includes full-size 320mm discs at the front, accompanied with a single 220mm disc at the rear, radial mount calipers, stainless steel lines, and a radial master cylinder. It also features an extensive array of adjustable electronic rider aids too, which have been derived straight from the R1 and installed alongside a 6-axis IMU, including 3 factory ride modes, which is Sport, Street and Rain, along with 2 customizable modes and 4 track modes. So there's a lot of tech jammed into the R9. So you've got a lot of other features here. You can change your settings through here. This is pretty cool. You can go into your vehicle functions, into the YRC settings. You can look at the track modes, so you can actually set your different track modes and to the way you want to be. You can change the intervention of each, the Sport, Street, Rain, and then of course you go into the custom. That's where you can set it to the way you exactly want it. ABS is the option to turn the ABS off at the rear. You won't find that on every sports bike. Then of course you've got your different applications, so you can set up through your Bluetooth navigation, your music, your phone. It'll come up with messages, weather. So that's all pretty cool. And then information transfer, obviously if you want to transfer information from your bike or your laps at the track over to your Yamaha app. That's what you need on your phone. It's pretty easy to navigate through once you get through it. Each of these settings alters the levels of traction, slide, engine braking, launch and wheelie control, engine power, ABS, and of course the quickshifter settings. In fact, the bi-directional quickshifter, which is so smooth when you rip through the gears, includes a shift linkage that readily switches it over to GP pattern. Perfect if you're a serious track enthusiast. Add to that the IMU informed electronics and you've got one highly tech sports bike in the R9. It even has cruise control and a speed limiter, which is very handy for the road riding. More great features are the adjustable foot pegs, the LED lighting, the USB-C outlet, and an app-based data logger lap timer, along with a huge suite of Superbike spec electronics. And also, for the first time on a road bike, the R9's 5-inch colour TFT dash has a virtual pitboard function that actually displays dashboard messages and can be used through the Yamaha app. It's pretty cool, especially if you want to send some messages out there to your mate, maybe speed up or slow down your drop kick. And check out the front end with those integrated winglets, which is the most aerodynamic bodywork Yamaha has ever produced on one of their production motorcycles. Something else you'll notice is the revised rider triangle, which places you in a comfortable position for both cruising and some red hot riding. But I'll show you that later when I'm actually out there on the road. Now, talking about red hot riding, we've already seen how well the R9 performed on the track with Clint's test. So now it's time to take it for a quick burn and see if it feels just as good out on the open road. We're just cruising now through some traffic at the back of Windsor. Gone for a bit of a ride today, so I'm going to roll into sport mode, sorry, street mode. You can do that on the fly. Just shut the throttle, change the setting here with the mode button here on the right side switch gear, and then yeah, like I said, shut off the throttle and then it'll change. So now we're in street mode. So yeah, you can start to feel obviously the extra power. But what you will notice is right through from rain to street and then into sport mode, it's so smooth. Even sport mode, the throttle is not scratchy, like snatchy and hard. It feels really, really smooth. And just as smooth as what I'll show you soon is the quickshifter. So look at this, you can use the quickshifter even at low speeds. You don't have to be like, you know, have the throttle wide open to get the full effect of that quickshifter. Of course, when you are giving it a go and the throttle's wide open, you will feel just how good that quickshifter is. It's a ripper. Obviously bi-directional too, up and down. Another thing I did mention before in my quick presentation is the fact that rider's triangle, and I can really feel that now. A nice reach to the bars, and of course, a skinny tank, so you can grip it with your knees. It's a really, really comfortable riding position. Oh, I love a triple. I love a triple, man. They just sound so good. Wow, what a motorcycle. Exhilarating and engaging to ride. For me, I've always had a passion for triples. Not only do they feel great when you open them up and let them breathe, they also sound mesmerising. And the R9 has to be one of the best triples I've ever ridden. Sure, it may be a track-orientated motorcycle, but after riding it, you can definitely feel it's also been designed to perform just as well on the street. And even if you're not a big track fan, there's a good chance you'll sign up for a couple of track days if you do end up buying an R9. All I can say is you'll have a lot of fun riding this bike. It's an absolute cracker and well worth the wait.